Well, more American congresspeople call on the Obama administration to pursue diplomacy with Iran. Now, they made the demand in a letter to the White House. The letter calls on Barack Obama to engage with Iran's president-elect Hassan Rouhani. The signatories said it would be a mistake not to test whether Rouhani's election represents an opportunity for progress toward an agreement. The letter was signed by 119 House members on Friday. Now, the number has now increased to 131. In a similar development, U.S. Congress has delayed sending its annual bill to the White House, which calls for tightening sanctions against Iran. The legislation is traditionally sent every summer, but this year it's been delayed, with an official saying it won't be done until October at the earliest. Well, let's switch over to Massachusetts, to Boston, joined by Jim Walsh from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Thank you so much for being with us, Jim Walsh. Tell me about the significance of what is happening right now, where we have a number of people from the House and other Congress people actually writing this letter to U.S. President Barack Obama.
It's a surprising development insofar as the authors of this letter, I don't think, expected to get so many members of the House to sign it. If they had gotten 60 signatures, I think they would have been pleased. So to have gotten more than 130 was a surprising result. And I think it provides a more positive environment, more political space for the President of the United States to pursue negotiations. But, let me underline but, we shouldn't misread this. It creates space, but there are still plenty of congressmen in the Senate, in the House, who would gladly vote for more sanctions bills, will vote for more sanction bills. So it's a positive development, but it doesn't mean that Congress has completely changed.
Well, you said it's a positive development. Do you think that it will actually lead, though, to positive changes? Because, as you said, there's still lots of Congress people who would definitely vote to increase the sanctions in the from the United States on Iran. However, with this significant amount of people, what do you think is bringing on this change that we're seeing now 119 members of the House actually signing this letter? This is sort of unprecedented.
It is unprecedented, and I think most of it goes back to the Iranian election, the fact that Iran has a change in government, and no matter who was elected, that was going to represent an opportunity to start over, to turn a page. But with President Rouhani's election, it also brings to office someone who has experience with the nuclear file, who has the confidence of the supreme leader, and frankly, this is a relationship that has had lots of missed opportunities. The U.S. has missed opportunities. Iran has missed opportunities. And the way things are going over the next year or so, we really can't afford to miss many more. We may not get many more chances. So this election represents a really important chance. And so I think the fall is going to be critical for both sides.
Are you optimistic that it will make a difference this time around?
I'm optimistic as an individual. I've learned not to be optimistic when it comes to Iranian-U.S. negotiations and the relationship. I think both sides want movement. The question is, are they going to be ready in time? Mr. Rouhani has to put together his government. He has economic issues, other things he has to deal with. Here in the U.S., the president is dealing with a lot of different issues, and frankly, Iran policy, as best I can tell, is not being led by any one person. It's sort of different parts of the government have different pieces of it, and I'm a little concerned that though there's goodwill, people are going to be slow in seizing this opportunity, and that it may pass by. So that's my chief concern right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Jim Walsh from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology out of Boston.